Homestead Miami Speedway, home of the final race of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series season.
To win it all, everything has to go your way. Anything can happen out on the racetrack, but you have to have faith in your ability. No matter what.
Incredible driving by Carl Edwards in the 99.
You've got to stay strong through the hard times, and you've got to fight for every position.
And Carl Edwards is slicing his way through this field.
Guys, this car is perfect.
Gain the advantage by outthinking your opponents in the pits.
Man, that is a great strategy, guys.
Edwards takes 2 tires and comes out right behind Stewart. Great stop.
And at the very end, be ready to seize your chance.
Here comes Edwards. Tries to go high, but Stewart blocks. This is going to be a close one. Edwards takes it. Carl Edwards is the new NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion.
History can be rewritten.
Hello everybody, and in today's video I am here in NASCAR The Game 2013. Now the original intro for this race kind of broke. We are at Darlington, and god damn it, I hate this track. Because to get one good race, it took me from 1:11 in the morning, you know, normal time, to be awake around these times, to 3 in the morning. It sucked to record this, and every second of it sucks to record, and I'm going to tell you why. It is because trying to get AI where there's no stupid things that happen and you can get a steady pace is sucky. Because the amount of times I damaged my suspension and got fucked over while trying to record this was a lot. It was very, very painful, and it sucked. My car had the worst handling I think I've ever seen a car had, but this is the only track that I've really had struggles at, so I don't know what that's about. Anyways, this game is a very good game, I have to say. For being made in 2013, I'd still rather play this game over NASCAR 25 or any of the Heat games. Over NASCAR 15, I'd probably still choose NASCAR 15, but this game is damn well pretty good made, and I think this game had potential in many different ways. This game, I think, has a lot of potential. Your crew chief or your spotter, whatever you want to call him, he is actually pretty helpful, and if you start growing a lead like I am, Darlington is one of the tracks that I've always been able to build a lead at. Although I hate this track, I'm sick, so this just sucks to record for 23 minutes. Yeah, in your dreams. But yeah. This is one of the tracks that it's more challenging to drive at, especially with no assists turned on like I have it now. I have it on, I think, the hardest difficulty. I don't know what difficulty I have it on. I think it's probably medium. I know you're able to gain leads here. I know that. I mean, pretty much any track that's not Daytona you can gain a lead at. Or Talladega. But this race, this is your career car, by the way. And you want to know what I found out? That I'm an idiot. I didn't understand the sponsors. I'm gonna tell you guys about the sponsors right now, so you guys don't have the headache of trying to figure them out. There is primary sponsors and secondary sponsors. Sprint will be your first sponsor, and I got sponsored by McDonald's after this race, and I think I show it. I got sponsored by Mickey D's, and basically your car changes its paint scheme. You can't actually manually edit your paint scheme. I don't know why, although I don't like it very much, and I don't appreciate it. And well, Jimmy was having himself a good day out here. Honestly, I do have to say, once once we get into lapped traffic, it really starts to suck. And I think I'm coming up on Josh Wise. I think that's Josh Wise, and this is before he had his Dogecoin, what he's most likely known for in paint schemes. This is when he was still in his 35. And that car was hideous. And if you're wondering what this like black that's the thing that's darker than the concrete, that's like supposed to tell you where you're supposed to be on the track. Although that's mostly where the AI also goes. So wherever that thing is where you'll see AI. And this is a track that you don't want to start on the outside lane, because starting on that outside lane is going to fuck you over. And we are coming up on the 07 of Robbie Gordon. I remember Robbie Gordon for many different reasons, and not a single one I liked. And, well, this game has so much to do in it. Honestly, this game still has multiplayer, just like I think every Eutechnics game still has multiplayer, which is something that the Heat games do not have. And it is very, very dumb how a game from 2013 has multiplayer, but a game from 2020 does not. I don't even think 21 Ignition still has multiplayer, honestly. So 704 Games, or Motorsport Games, also took part in making this game. I have no clue what their company name was, although I'm guessing they made the AI, because the AI is very, very aggressive. And you can see, as soon as I mess up my line, Jimmy just starts catching me, which I think that shows it's hard difficulty. So you gotta keep it consistent, nice and consistent at this track, or else you're gonna screw up. And something I don't understand, oh, here's the 7 of Dave Blaney. Something I don't understand at this track is why the AI is so aggressive at the start, because if you're not in that inside lane, you are screwed. A little bit of contact there with the 87 of Joe Nemechek. But if you are not in the inside lane at the start, you are screwed. Now, luckily for me, I was able to qualify on pole, because I don't even know. This is back when you could qualify in a NASCAR game, not the current day NASCAR games where you cannot qualify for jack. And Brad Keselowski took over Jimmy in second. That's something else I really like to see from these old Eutechnics games, is that AI can take over each other, unlike today, where it's the same person you will see. I think NASCAR 25 is the only one that does that well. And I'm going to compare this game to new gen games, and Jimmy took second back, because I feel like that's pretty reasonable to do. And you got Jimmy and Brad battling it out, duking it out, which is going to help me save the amount of time for how badly I just screwed that corner, pretty much. And something else that I don't like about this game is that whenever there's a lapped car, because everyone runs the same line pretty much, the AI does not know what to do, and they are just pretty much stuck behind that car until one of them finally goes over and laps them finally. I've seen it where it's taken 10 laps, where it's taken 18 laps, where it's taken 2 laps, or 1 lap, or less than a lap. It's really weird how this game works, and there's a 38 of David Gilliland. This is before Todd Gilliland, so any of you new gen racers that just started off with NASCAR 25, that is not Todd Gilliland, that's David Gilliland, okay? There's 2 different Gillilands. Some people I know are very stupid when it comes to old NASCAR drivers when I say their last name and they say, that's Todd Gilliland. No, silly, that's David. And, well, I'm just fully on the gas here, because on this turn, the AI catches you so fast if you're not on the gas. And there's a 98 of Michael McDowell. I think that's a 98. I could be mistaken. And coming up on more laps car, here is a 13 of Casey Mears. I missed that guy a lot in that 13. He was the only person that could... Well, he wasn't Ty Ty Dillon so he could do something a little. I don't think he ever won. I don't think anyone's ever won in the 13 car, honestly. That's kind of embarrassing. I keep having to pause the game because if you look away for 1 second, the game, you're screwed at this track. So whenever I'm looking away, I have to pause the game, and I'm not trying. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I was saying there. Pretty sure that pretty soon that we are coming across AIs that fight back. So Bobby Labonte and Scott Speed. I don't think Labonte really fights back. Although Danica Patrick is a bitch in this game. I hate Danica Patrick and lapping Danica Patrick in this game because it sucks to lap someone that's going to fight back. The unwritten rule in NASCAR is if you're getting lapped, get the hell out of the way. Which is something else that AIs can be aggressive and they cannot be, and some aren't aggressive, which is something I love to see. It's something that makes the game more realistic. If they're fighting back, it makes more sense. I've had so many battles with AIs in this game that I probably have more battles than I've had battles for a freaking championship in this game. This game actually has aggressive AI, which is something that in today's game does not exist. Like in NASCAR 25, there's just like not a single aggressive AI that I've ever had to come across. And well, Paul Menard, I think, thankfully slowed him down, but something embarrassing I did here was I left my finger on the brake, so they came across me, and I lost a lot of time to Kenseth there. I think I lost like 2 seconds because I let my finger off the brake. Which something else I want to talk about is the time from first, like, if you look under the mirror, it says behind. Look at how the number keeps changing. I think that's so much more realistic, and I like it so much more than what we have today. This is something I would like to go over more and how it does that. And, well, simply put, I'm going to be fully honest with you. This career mode it's not bad, although there's so much better that we could have, like custom paint schemes. And I don't really like the research and development because everything's so gosh darn expensive. Like, I think just leveling up your engine by 1 is like $1 million. I don't know. It's a lot of money for money you don't get. And, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was 31st in the standings before I was able to upgrade because I won in Martinsville in a shitbox. And so the 51 is Reagan Smith and the 14 of Tony Stewart is in second. Tony Stewart's in second at a short track. The only place I know where he's been second at is Homestead, Miami. Except 2011. Yeah, if no one knows, the whole Homestead Miami championship thing was the only time we've ever had a tie for the championship in 2011. And Tony Stewart came up on top because he had more wins. That would have been Carl Edwards' first championship, so. And then I do it again, holding on the brake. I don't like these types of short tracks, this one. And one of the biggest reasons I have for hating this track is that you have a really wide turn on the top of the track when you go up the straightaway from the checkered flag. And then when you go down, it's such a tiny little turn. It sucks. I hate that turn dearly. That is the worst turn I think I've ever had in a NASCAR game. I honestly wish it was a better turn, because I don't really like having a bad turn. I don't think anyone likes having a bad turn. Coming up on the 21 of Trevor Bayne. Now, if I'm not wrong, I think we had like a photo finish here or something. If you get a caution, basically it resets the entire field. And for some reason, when you're going to pit road, everyone that you lapped is in front of you. I don't understand that part. And I'm going through the camera views to show you all the cameras. I don't really like going in any other camera view, especially since it's a track that I don't like and I'm not familiar with. Like Darlington. I don't like Darlington. I hate this track dearly. This track sucks. Honestly, I hate this track. This is the only U-Technics game that I think that you get AI yellows. I think you get some in NASCAR 14, although it's not like this game where it's like you go to Bristol, dear Lord. Dear Lord. I spent 5 hours just trying to put something together for Bristol. And there's Juan Pablo Montoya. That's not Kyle Larson in the 42. That's Austin Dillon. We're coming across, and I held my finger on the brake again. I'm being respectable, though, and I'm getting out of the way so they can pass me again. Because I don't want to start a battle. And I think everyone knows my nickname for Jamie McMurray. It's Jamie McAss because he's an asshole. And, well, as you can see, I just screw up by holding the gas, not the gas, the brake too much. My nose needs a second. My sinuses are fucking full. And you can really see how much the AI battles each other. I didn't think Juan Pablo Montoya was there. Here, I think we're going to have our first caution, and you're going to see how stupid our first caution was. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. There it is. This is an AI yellow, not for me very rudely hitting. And, I saw Jimmy, so I got mad, and I skipped it. And now that lead I just had is gone. It's literally just gone. And I was like, God fucking damn it. Because I have been recording already for like 3 hours. I was fucking pissed. And, well, thank you, Jesus, for having a rewind feature. Welcome to Wall Pops. That is from U-Technics games. U-Technics games also has, wall pops are basically when you hit the wall and you go flying. And it always brings out a caution, and I would be fucked, because I would be the caution. And if you're wondering, if you're the caution in a U-Technics game, you are F-U-C-K-E-D fucked. Because if you're the caution, welcome to suffering. It's a painful place. Because you're going to have to drive from dead last to first again. And that's why I used the rewind feature before a caution could come out. And, well, yeah, it's going to be pretty close because I fucked this turn up. And, once again, restarts. I had been having a really bad time. And I had been making it to lap 36. And then I blew out a tire, or an AI screwed me over, or I got dumped, or my game crashed. Literally, my game crashed one of the times that I was on lap 36. And it sucked. And also, there is a really weird glitch in this game. I don't know why the glitch is in the game, but if you go into the pits, you have to wait for a certain spot to be able to start editing your pit stop, which is dumb because you lose a few seconds. And when I'm trying to adjust my tire pressure, it's like you need time to be able to adjust that. Which is something that I'm going to give credit to NASCAR 25 for having a pause menu. And you can see Brad is reeling me in, and it is coming to the white flag now. No more cautions. No cautions will save you now. Now, you bet that my heart is pounding when I'm recording this video, because this is the farthest that I made it. And I was not about to lose to Brad Keselowski, of all people. And yes, this is when Brad Keselowski was still good. And welcome to me accidentally holding on the brakes, and I will take home the win, 676,000 credits. You know, I'd say that's a pretty fair bet for all the struggling that I had at Darlington. It sucked, and this is one thing that we don't have in NASCAR 25, is burnouts. Once you win, it is, I think if you have tire damage on, you can actually blow your tires out. I don't have tire damage on because I did not feel like dealing with that. And it was a short track, so I didn't know how it would play out, and it did not play out how I wanted it. And here's your little victory celebration in Victory Lane. I honestly like this Victory Lane celebration. It's probably, I wish you'd get down like they do in your season mode, or in NASCAR 15. You can see I'm driving for my own team, Bandit Racing, and I think that's pretty cool. When I was making this guy, I forgot to put a last name for him, so that's pretty embarrassing. I just put in Ron Bandit. I was a little lazy. I'll edit that later whenever I feel like it. And here's there's points standings. Not points, this is a finish, and you can see Marcos Ambrose got a top 10. I'm very surprised Travis Pastrana got a top 10 too, because in all of my games he has gotten dead last, except this one. So pretty interesting, because in all my recordings before this, he had been pretty much getting pucked over. And Ron Hornaday Jr. sounds like Sam Horny Jr. And you can see I'm reeling in Jimmy in these point standings. I have 7 wins, 8 poles, and 7 top 10s. I'm coming for you, Jimmy. And here's where I got a secondary sponsor. And this was a primary sponsor. So once I accept this, look at what it does. I get an entirely new car, because that's your primary sponsor. And that is all I have for you guys today, and peace out.